Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mrs.Hamideh's English channel. I'm Sarah, where learning English is easy and fun.
Hello, Sarah. And I'm Paul. It's so wonderful to be here again. How has your week been treating you?
It's been quite a productive week, actually. I've been trying to implement some new routines.
Oh, that's intriguing. It sounds like you've been on a bit of a self-improvement kick.
You could say that I got me thinking, and I thought it would be a fantastic topic. For today's topic,
I couldn't agree more. Personal growth and self-improvement. It's a journey we're all on.
isn't it absolutely? It's about consciously trying to become a better version of ourselves.
Dovecot, we dive deep into this fascinating subject. We have a small request for all of you listening.
Yes, if you enjoy our content, please take a moment to subscribe to Mrs.Hamideh's English channel.
And don't forget to give this episode a thumbs up and share it with someone who might find it useful. It helps us immensely.
It really does. Your support means the world to us. So shall we get started, Paul?
Let's do it. Where do we begin with such a vast topic? Maybe with the why.
That's a great starting point. Why people even feel the need for personal growth.
I think it often stems for a feeling of stagnation. You feel like you're stuck in a rut, not moving forward.
I can relate to that. It's that desire for progress, for momentum in life.
Exactly, it's tied to the concept of a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset.
Oh, I find that so fascinating. The belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work.
Precisely. A fixed mindset assumes our character and intelligence are static. It's a very limiting belief.
It truly is. Embracing a growth mindset opens up a world of possibilities. It's liberating.
It is you stay to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to learn and grow.
And that shift in perspective is the foundation of all self-improvement. Isn't it?
I believe so. Once you have that mindset, the practical steps, like building habits, become much more achievable.
Let's talk about habits then. They are the building blocks of our daily lives.
The compound effect of small, consistent habits is incredibly powerful, yet often underestimated.
So true. People often aim for massive, drastic changes overnight, which is rarely sustainable.
And when they fail, they feel discouraged and give up.
It's a vicious cycle. The key is to start small. I've been reading about atomic habits, the idea of making tiny incremental improvements.
Ah, yes.
The 1% better everyday principle.
It sounds so manageable.
But the long-term results are exponential.
Exactly, like instead of saying I'll read a book a week,
You start with, I'll read 1 page a day.
that's perfect example.
It's so small that it's almost impossible to say no to. You build momentum.
And that leads to another great technique. Habit stacking, linking a new habit to an existing one.
Can you give us the example of that? It sounds really practical.
Sure, let's say you always make a cup of coffee in the morning. That's your existing habit.
Okay, I'm with you.
A non-negotiable part of my morning routine.
Right, you stuck a new habit onto it. After I pour my coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute.
I see you're using the momentum of the old habits to carry into the new one.
That's brilliant. It removes the friction of deciding when and where to do the new habit. It becomes automatic. This all sounds wonderful.
But what about the days when you have zero motivation? That's where discipline comes in.
Yes, motivation versus discipline. They are very different things.
Motivation is floating, it's an emotion. It comes and goes, you can't rely on it.
But discipline is a system. It's doing what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it.
It's a muscle you have to train. It's showing up for yourself consistently.
I like that analogy. Every time you choose the disciplined action, you're making that muscle a little stronger.
And it's not about being perfect. Sometimes you fall off the wagon, and that's okay.
Oh, definitely. The crucial part is not to let one slip up, derail your entire progress.
It's not about all or nothing. If you miss a day at the gym, don't miss to just get back on track.
Self-compassion is a huge part of discipline. But the best strategy is often not to just stop a bad habit, but to replace it with a better one.
So if your bad habit is mindless scrolling on your phone, you replace it with reading a page of a book precisely.
Yes, very good. You're giving your brain a new, more positive action to perform in that same context.
It's about redirection, the impulse.
That's a great practical tip.
So, Sarah, I was thinking about how people these days are constantly talking about work-life balance. It's almost become a buzzword.
Totally. And yet, ironically, most of us still struggle to achieve it. It's like we're caught in this never-ending cycle of trying to keep up with the pace of modern life.
Exactly. Sometimes it feels like we're just running on a treadmill of moving, but not necessarily getting anywhere.
That's such a good metaphor, and I think that's where setting boundaries becomes crucial. Like learning to say no without feeling guilty.
Yeah, that's something I'm still working on. There's this pressure to be available 24/7, especially with remote work.
Right. And the irony is, even though technology was supposed to make life easier, it's actually blurred the line between work and personal time.
That's a great expression, blurred the line. It means the separation between two things has become unclear.
Exactly. So instead of switching off after work, people keep checking emails or messages. It's exhausting.
I've started something new recently, a digital detox weekend. No phone, no social media.
Oh, wow, that sounds refreshing. Was it difficult at first?
Honestly, yes, I kept reaching for my phone out of habit, but by Sunday evening, I felt so much calmer. It's like my brain had space to breathe.
I love that. Space to breathe. That's a beautiful phrase. It means giving yourself mental or emotional room to relax. Speaking of space, I recently traveled to Iceland. It's literally the definition of space and serenity.
I've heard it's breathtaking, so what stood out the most?
Honestly, the landscape felt otherworldly, vast, raw, and untouched. But what really impressed me was how respectful people are toward nature.
Yeah, I read that Icelanders are very conscious about sustainability.
Exactly. It made me realize how different cultures prioritize different things. For example, in some countries, convenience trumps sustainability. But in Iceland, it's the opposite.
That's so true. When I visited Japan, I noticed something similar. This sense of collective responsibility. People care about the impact of their actions on others.
Yes, that's such a deep cultural value. And it's something English learners should pay attention to, not just language, but also the cultural mindset behind it.
Right. Because language and culture are intertwined. If you understand the culture, you naturally sound more authentic when you speak.
Exactly. For instance, when English speakers say, "no worries," it's not just about the words. It reflects a relaxed, easygoing attitude.
Yes. And in contrast, other cultures might interpret that as being too casual or indifferent, so context really matters. You know, that reminds me, have you ever had a cross-cultural misunderstanding?
Oh, plenty. Once during a meeting, I said, "I'll think about it," and later found out the other person took that as a no.
Classic. In some cultures, indirect language is a polite way to refuse, but in others, it just means I need time.
Exactly, and tone plays such a huge role too. You can say the same sentence with a different tone and completely change the meaning.
Totally. Like the phrase sure, why not? Depending on tone, it could sound enthusiastic or sarcastic.
Right, English is full of nuance, subtle shades of meaning, and that's something advanced learners often overlook.
Yeah, it's not just vocabulary, it's intonation, context, and emotional subtext.
Beautifully put. That's what separates fluent speakers from native-like communicators. Since we're on the topic of fluency, Paul, what's your top advice for learners who want to sound more natural?
I'd say immerse yourself in real conversations, not just textbooks or grammar drills. Listen to Ms. Hamideh's podcasts every single day, talk to native speakers, and shadow natural speech.
Yes, shadowing is amazing. That's when you repeat what someone says, almost simultaneously, to mimic rhythm and pronunciation.
Exactly. It trains your ear and your mouth at the same time.
And another tip, don't obsess over perfection. Native speakers make mistakes all the time. Fluency isn't about flawless grammar, it's about flow and confidence.
Totally agree. Also, focus on collocations, words that naturally go together, like make a decision or take a risk. That's what makes you sound authentic.
Yes, and learn idioms in context, not isolation. Like earlier when we said running on a treadmill, it's much easier to remember when tied to a story.
Well, that was such a rich conversation. We covered balance, travel, culture, and communication all in one episode.
Exactly. And we hope you picked up some useful expressions and ideas to make your English sound more natural and confident.
Remember, language learning is a journey, not a race. Keep practicing, keep listening, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. And we would absolutely love to hear about yours.
Yes, that's our question for you today. What is one area of personal growth you are currently focusing on?
Are you building a new habit or a new skill? Let us know in the comments section below. We read every single one.
And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to Mrs.Hamideh's English channel.
Your support helps us continue creating these conversations. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
It was a pleasure as always. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing.
Take care of you. Bye for now.
Bye everyone. Like and share, comment, subscribe.